It is now too late for you to repent, America, as when God declared the doom of ancient Israel. There's no longer any remedy for you. But they mocked the messengers of God and despised his words and misused his prophets until the wrath of the Lord rose against his people, till there was no remedy. 2 Chronicles 36, 8, 16.
I think people who make those kind of comments are looking for easy answers. And they're looking for scapegoats to blame.
What we saw on Tuesday, as terrible as it is, could be minuscule if in fact God continues to lift the curtain and allow the enemies of America to give us probably what we deserve.
The people who listen to his speeches, they see how much of a religious zealot he is, and they all hate him because of it. Because seriously, you can't go from a terrorist attack to, oh, that terrorist attack was caused by God because of abortions. It's not a logical thought process. And since he was a big face of religion, a lot of people just started thinking that, oh, if I convert to a religion, I'm going to become like this guy.
Religion, I'd say, in the case of Stephen, it was good. It helps you find guidance and everything. But for those hardcore religions that demand death and stuff like that, I don't think that's really a religion. I think that's a way of controlling people, and those things are wrong. Religion should be used as guidance, not as a set of laws that you must follow. Because everyone lives their life a little bit differently, and you can't really convert everyone to what you believe, or else we wouldn't have free thought.
I think it's willing to stand up for what we believe in, but realizing that we do live in a democracy, and I think what we really want to try and do is to have a dialogue where we can have some kind of common ground, realizing that anything that we do to polarize each other, we talk about those extreme positions, you're never going to find that kind of common ground.
I also will laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. When your fear cometh as desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind. When distress and anguish cometh upon you, then shall they call upon me.
You compare that to someone like Mother Teresa or Pope John Paul II, who is the complete opposite of that kind of stereotype that Reverend Phelps represents.
More than 90% of young adolescents, and adolescents in general, want a very strong abstinence message.
Much of the country's youth are biblically illiterate. 1 out of 10 think Joan of Arc was Noah's wife. Only 1 out of 3 can name the 4 Gospels. 50% of today's high school seniors think Sodom and Gomorrah were a married couple. And with secular beliefs replacing scriptural doctrines, today it's widely assumed man stands atop the evolutionary ladder, proud master of his own
So I think
fate,
those 3 things, I think being willing to engage them in a dialogue in a welcoming and accepting way, being able to speak the truth with love, and thirdly, to set out challenges that young people are really looking for, that they're hungering for, that they're willing to embrace if they're challenged to embrace them. So I would think those are the 3 things that we could do.
Religious zealots only make up a small part of the religious community. It's just that the people who go to extremes get the most publicity and attention, and it sometimes misleads everyone else. Most religious people, they aren't really all that different from anyone else.